Hello friends and beautiful people. So today we're going to talk a little bit, I'll put this probably in with my herbal healing, herbal videos, but we are making some shower steamers. So with the flu that's going around right now and the other thing, Hubs has had a little bit of a head cold. So we were at a point where the cough was concerning, and he went ahead and went and got tested. He did test negative. We have a big birthday party coming up, and we wanted to make sure that if he had anything other than a head cold, that we weren't passing that along to everyone. So one of the things that's key in fighting both is good lung health and keeping those air passages clear, and you want to do what you can to not get pneumonia. So one of the things that they caution you to do if you have the other thing, not the head cold, is to not just lay around. And this latest variant that's going around, it definitely makes your body very achy, very tired, and all you want to do is lay around, and you need to resist the urge to do that. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're not just laying there and letting all that fluid fill into your lungs. So another thing that they recommend that you do is to just take hot steamy water, put it on your lap, put your head down like this, put a towel over, and just steam out your lungs. So another thing that we do here is we do some things with menthol, with eucalyptus, with peppermint, and it used to be I just made, so in our shop we make soaps, we make tinctures, we make salves, body oils, different things. Like I make a thing similar to for his muscle aches and pains, for like arthritis pain. So we do a lot of things like that. So another thing that we have started doing is with the bath bombs, I did one called Sick Day, and it's just got a nice peppermint eucalyptus blend in it that helps when you, first of all, it makes your skin feel so soft when you're using a bath bomb. I'm not a big bath taker, but when my skin, and especially in the winter, starts to feel pretty dry, I will take a bath and get in there and just let that, because your skin is just so soft and moisturized afterwards that it's really a great thing. So I'm a shower person, and I found out about shower steamers, and I thought that's what I need. Instead of a Sick Day bath bomb, I need a Sick Day shower steamer. So today I'm actually making some for the Hubs. He's still got a little bit of an irritating cough, and I'll probably take some with me to the birthday party this weekend and hand them out like candy to all of our kids. We don't want everyone getting sick before Christmas, and we want to keep everyone's lungs clear, and this is a great way to do it. And here we go. So I will show you. Let me flip you down, and I'll show you what we're doing. So in the process here, I'm going to tell you a couple things that we do that I recommend. Is, first of all, anything that we're using for making soaps and salves and things like that, we do not use for food. So this is dedicated just to making stuff out here in the shop, and that's where we are today. We are out in my shop. So this is baking soda, and I've got, basically, if you don't want to make this large of a batch, it's 2 to 1. So it's 2 times the amount of baking soda that you're going to use to 1 part of citric acid. So basically I just make sure this is, powdery. It's nice and fresh, so I don't have to worry about there being a lot of lumps in it. But if there are, I'll just take my little spatula and get them out. And then, so I'm going to add now my citric acid. And I got to tell you, this is a great day for me to be doing this out here in the shop. Hubs is over on his side of the building. He is welding something, and you can smell, it smells like when you light a match and blow it out. It's not really a sulfury smell, but it's that welding smell that you can smell over there. So I've got the menthol crystals open, and boy howdy is that helping. So we got these mixed together pretty well. Again, this is baking soda and citric acid. In my case, I've got 4 cups of baking soda and 2 cups of citric acid. And to this, I'm going to add a tablespoon of menthol crystals. This is not something we can get here on the farm, or we can grow here on the farm. So I did buy these. These things are so cool. And I actually have to, when I make his stuff that's for arthritis, I actually have to crush them up a little bit. But aren't they cool? They look like little ice cubes. So I am going to just put these in my hand and crunch them up some. I want to make sure there's not really big pieces in there. I like having little pieces. Now my hands are going to smell like Vicks Vapor Rub all day. All right, so we'll get those all mixed in here pretty good. And goodness me, I don't have what Hubs has. I have like a little bit of, I always have a sinus infection. And true story, he went and had a tooth pulled, and the dentist, it took him about an hour working on it, and he said that the roots were all the way up into his sinuses. So after that is when he started feeling like he had sinus issues, and then lo and behold, he ended up with this head cold. But I have, I always feel like I've got a little bit of congestion or head cold or something. I'm sure there's something wrong up in my head, as if you didn't already know that. Okay, so that's mixed in there really well. And now I'm going to add in some essential oil. So what I have here is peppermint and eucalyptus. Combined, it's only a tablespoon. Some people don't like eucalyptus as much, so you could do a little more of one and less of the other. However you do it, I just kind of eyeball it in the spoon and do it 50-50. All right, so then we're just going to mix this in here really well. And I'm already getting the effects of it, and I didn't even have to do it in the shower. Goodness. And this is what's key right here, is you're making sure that you're getting all of these little particulates just mixed up really well. Because frankly, if you're just making this for yourself for home and it's a little crumbly versus selling them, it's okay, because it's just for you and you can just put it out there and you're still going to get the effects of it. If you're making them to sell, then you need to be especially careful. And at this point, I would use some kind of a hand mixer or immersion blender, which I have. I'm just not, if I use the immersion blender, I have to use a taller bowl so that I'm not throwing this stuff all over the shop. And in that case, you can't watch. So see all these little, I don't know if you can see them very well, but there's a few little yellow dots. And we're just gonna, see how I just take the spatula and just push like in a downward mix, and that kind of pops the little moisture bubble and gets it all together. So now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna spritz with a little bit of water as a binder. Now if you put too much water on this, you're gonna get rid of all your fizz. So there's a fine line. And actually sometimes I'll use witch hazel. And witch hazel has good properties for your body as well, so I don't have a problem doing that. If I use water, especially out here in the shop, I don't use the water from the shop for any of our soaps or anything that we're doing out here, because it is unfiltered. What we have at the house is we have what is it called? Some kind of filter with the blue light, and it goes through 3 filters. Reverse osmosis. There we go. It takes some of this longer. Evidently, I haven't had enough coffee. But if you haven't had coffee and you want something to replace it, the smell of this will do it. And honestly, if it smells too strong, then you've put too much in. I'm just kidding around with you. It's not too much. It actually is perfect. So now that we've got this all mixed up pretty well, and you can see how it's kind of caking a little bit, we are going to put it in these. And these are just, I use these for soaps, I use them for candles, and I use them for, well, not actual candles, I use them for wax melts. I use the smaller ones, obviously, but I use these for the bath, the steamers. And you're just going to, you're going to want to spritz this with water first, but I'm going to show you, and then we'll stop the video. But you're just going to put it in here, and you're just going to take your finger and just pack it down in there really well. Like this. And then I usually just let them sit up for a few hours, and then all you do is pop them out. So I'm going to spritz these with a little water and get these going. And I won't make you sit through me doing all of that. So if you have any questions, or if I missed anything, drop me a comment below. I try to reply to all of the comments. And until next time, be blessed, be a blessing, and stay healthy.